Welcome to the Hottest Wellness Podcast. I've got time with Cherry ShaKayla.
Here we discuss personal growth, relationships, and healing to become aligned with the best version of ourselves. Hey, baby.
What's up, girl?
It's another new week, a great week. How you feeling today?
I'm hungry.
That's not a good way to start off the episode because Cherry and Eva is the same person like this, but when they start getting hungry, like, you really don't want to be around them. So that doesn't make me feel good about that.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be cool, you know? I had a smoothie. I got some water over here.
Some water. When's water ever did anything for your hunger?
It's gonna...
What are you, fasting?
No.
I might go on a fast, actually.
You fast every day.
You know, I do fast every day. I don't think about it like that because it's like just my natural way that I am. But like, I've been eating more since I got out the hospital because I need to like get my nutrients up. But yeah, I like to eat like after like 2 p.m. in a day. And then like I stay up late at night, so I do be snacking and stuff. I feel like I still be eating for a full day technically. It's just I don't like to start my day like filling my body up with food. I just like, you know.
Yeah.
And I've been really doing good staying hydrated too. I've been drinking hella water. And I feel really good because I feel like I'm finally ready to like ease into a healthier lifestyle, like not just mental health, but like my physical health, my eating habits. So I'm like really excited for this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this summer is going to be so lit. Like yesterday I hosted meditation. And it's been a minute since I hosted a meditation. Like I used to host meditation every single Monday. And I was thinking like, oh my God, when I bring it back, am I going to do Zooms? Like, what am I going to do? But right now I'm just going to ease into it. Like when Spirit guides me to host a meditation, then I'll do it like yesterday. And it was great. And I got a lot of good feedback. And so if you need some Reiki, book me, honey, at fullmoonbeauties.com.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to get off your chest this week?
Well, did you say how you were feeling?
Yeah, I just did say how I was feeling. I mean, I said a lot of things. Did you say how you was feeling? You just said
good.
Hungry.
I feel good.
You look good.
Thank you. You look good.
Well, we have a few things that we want to get off our chest. And we're going to start with Gabby and Dwayne Wade.
I want to start this off by saying, stop telling us your business. We don't really care, and we don't really care. Stop telling us.
I want to know what is the purpose of the interview. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't watch the full interview or anything. I just seen the little clip when she was basically promoting being overproductive and bad working habits, unhealthy habits, just to get money. I first felt like I feel like she's a very irresponsible person. She just talk out the side of her neck all the time. The first thing is her and her husband have millions of dollars. Like, nobody in your family is going hungry, bitch. There's real people that's fucking going hungry. And for her to sit up there and talk about like, oh, if I don't book this movie job, somebody's gonna go hungry. Like, not your ass, bitch. She doesn't know what it's like to go hungry in the last however many years. I feel like that's so insensitive to people who are actually fucking starving or having a hard time having access to food. Like, that really pissed me off, the first thing. The second thing is, girl, you going 50-50 with your man? Now, me and Cherry is in a woman and woman relationship. We not really 50-50, but we also don't count like what we doing or whatever. We just, that's, our household is like flexible. You know, we're not like, you pay this, I pay that. We don't split stuff down the middle. We just like cover our finances the way that we do. Like, I think that if you choose to go 50-50 with like your partner, that's a personal choice, and I don't understand the need for it to be discussed. Like, that's y'all relationship if that's what worked for y'all.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I don't get. But also, I feel like there's something to be said about a woman being taken care of. And if you're the woman that wants to be provided for financially, you ain't gonna want to go no 50-50 with no dude. And especially if they make way more money than you. Like, I think that's kind of ridiculous. I wouldn't be going 50-50 with somebody that make way more money than me. I did once in the past, and it was a terrible mistake. I ended up getting used and abused in the end.
Yikes.
So.
Well.
She gets on my nerves.
I didn't watch the interview either. I just assume that she's promoting something, and this is a part of the promo run. Probably a book or something. I don't know. Actually, I think she's in a new movie or a new series that's coming up, but I assume she's promoting, and I'm going to give a little pushback on that first part. Totally understand your feelings. Valid. Because there's so many people struggling. But like I was telling you before, I think that's more of just a mindset thing that maybe comes from... It can come from like your childhood or something. Like if you lived like that for a long time, and then it's just stuck in your head, like, I gotta do this so I can provide, and that just never leaves you. It could be one of those.
I understand that totally, but like, I see what you're saying. Definitely, that's something she might have like a mental health issue with that hasn't been addressed. But once again, when you have such a large platform and you have the ability to impact, words mean things. She needs to be more careful, and she never is. She never thinks before she talks. She just say shit. And it's like, girl, can you back out the conversation slowly? Yeah, I really just can't stand when people just be so irresponsible. Like, and she just rubbed me the wrong way. She don't know how to rest in her feminine. And I feel like for her to be promoting that across to women, it's just like, girl, bye.
Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff that rub me the wrong way. I'm not even going to get started on Gabby and Dwayne Wade for real. So, another thing that I really want to kind of get off my chest this week. I don't know if you guys have like been reading or seeing what's going on like on the U.S. and Mexico border. But there are a lot of people that's trying to enter the country safely right now and being exploited and taken advantage of. The first thing is that Mexico is so poor, literally so poor. And so a lot of people are coming here, you know, so they can like support their families and stuff like that. And just like the American system is taking advantage of that. And this is like just another reminder of like tourism and stuff and gentrification, like we brought up in other episodes. In regards to Mexico, like just being responsible travelers. I know everybody is in Tulum and want to have these little resorts and go on these retreats and everything, but like y'all just don't realize the impact and how harmful it is to people. Like, when are y'all gonna prioritize everybody instead of your individual experience? Like, it's not that serious to go on vacation to Mexico that you can't think about. There's millions of people that are like, don't have access to like food and shit. Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
That kind of branches off into like the last thing that I wanted to get off of my chest. So like me and Cherry was planning to go to vacation this summer, like in Florida. And so did you send me that TikTok? Or did I send you that TikTok?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent it to you.
What was the TikTok? Can you tell me?
It was basically showing the result of what's the correct.
So basically, a lot of legislation is changing in Florida because of DeSantis. He's a bigot. He's a racist. He's a homophobe. He's a transphobe. He is banning critical race theory. If you guys don't know what critical race theory is, that basically it's just educating people like on slavery, like books that have anything to do with teaching or educating about enslavement. They basically want to take it out of the history books like it never happened. And it's really getting crazy down there in Florida. They're also exploiting immigrants down there, and at this point they're making it so that immigrants can't work. And it's also impacting the local economy down there. They're also in a whole legal battle with Disney right now, the state of Florida. So like, it's really important for me to live the life that like I'm saying I am or whatever, and to be ethical. Like that's my values, and I really wanted to take my kids to Disney, like, or Universal Studios and stuff. And I felt a little disappointed, but I just cannot support like the state of Florida. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like nobody should, because what are we giving to? And then how far is this about to spread, from Florida? Like, I can't imagine my kids being in school and then a teacher telling them, no, we can't talk about slavery. Like, what?
That's so wild. And it's like, these are the same. There's so much emphasis on history and the history of America and being proud to be an American and everything that we've done in America. It's like, but this is a part of that history and played a huge part in where we are now.
Yeah. It's very sickening. I mean, and then on top of that, with the whole gays legislation, the trans things, people can't get access to their medication. They're doing weird shit with kids. It's like, it's not looking good down there. And so, like, we were just personally decided not to even go anymore, which sucks, but kind of just wanted to get that off my chest. Like, we gotta be, I mean, it's important to me. Y'all ain't got to be it, but yeah.
Be who you say you are. Yeah.
Ready to slide into affirmation of the week?
Let's do it.
This week's affirmation is, I am enthusiastic about change.
Insert my rendition of the Changes song.
What's the rendition, girl?
I can't do it right now. I got a lot going on with my throat.
Why'd you bring it up then? See? Black people always bring the stuff up, but then don't want to tell the whole thing.
Y'all should go back and watch that episode.
What episode?
Dang, you really calling me out?
I mean, because we got like lots of episodes talking about some, just go back and watch it. What episode?
It's within the last 5 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how'd you feel about this affirmation now?
I'm enthusiastic about change. I think it's good. It reminds me of getting in clear, enthusiastic yes for consent. It's like I give consent to change.
I like how you put that, for sure, because it's like telling yourself like it's okay to accept it. I really like just the word enthusiastic. I feel like words matter, and like how you talk to yourself can shift your perception, and like your perception is your reality. So like whatever you believe is true. And so if you believe like change is exciting and enthusiastic and like you're looking forward to those changes, then you're going to flow into it more easily and more happily and more have a pleasurable experience in life, versus if you're looking at change like you're losing something or like, you know, it's a negative thing. So heck yeah, I'm enthusiastic about change. Yeah. I love change. Me and Cherry are both Life Path 5s. If you don't know what a Life Path number is, we ain't gonna get into it today. But the number 5 is all about change. It's all about pleasure and flexibility and movement and breaking social constructs. And so I mess with change heavy. I've been like 16 people in this lifetime alone. And like I don't have the time to even get into it. But like literally the other day I was just telling Cherry how I was a firefighter. Because like in the Navy you have to be a firefighter, because if the ship catch on fire, we the ones that live and work on the ship, we're in the middle of the ocean, we have to put the fire out. Like niggas used to literally be plugging packages, raising hoses, doing everything. Having a whole firefighter outfit on, like dead ass. I gotta like find some pictures and post them, because like I haven't like really looked or thought about my Navy times in a long time, because it seemed like so far away. And also it was a traumatic experience for me too in a lot of ways, so I don't go there. I need some fucking therapy.
You'll get you some therapy.
I reached out to Max and Eva's therapist this morning and see if she would accept me as a client. Like, I don't think that's like a conflict of interest, because she could be our family therapist, you know. Hopefully she accept my insurance, because I actually really love Miss C. Shout out to Miss T, y'all.
She's dope.
Here in Bloomington. And she's my kid's therapist. First of all, they got a black therapist. We love to see it, okay? Her name is Tashana Turner, by the way. I'm going to shout her out on this episode. Yeah. She's literally so amazing, and I really appreciate her being another support system for my kids.
Yeah.
Kids need therapy too, y'all. Don't wait till you grown. Just get them kids now in therapy, okay?
It's a good idea.
It's just a little copay. Get your baby in there. So, what's the main topic this week?
This week, we are talking about change, accepting change, being open to change.
Yeah. This week, we are talking about getting out of your comfort zone. Okay? Discomfort is what creates change. When you start to feel like anxious about your life, when you start to feel like just like it's not a positive experience for you and it just don't feel good, you have two options. You either going to continue to stay in that vibration of I don't like this experience and keep having the same experience, or you're going to choose to make the necessary changes to like have a different life. You know what I mean? I used to be a totally different person. Honestly, I was a bitch. I used to fight all the time. I was super passive aggressive. I didn't know how to communicate healthily. And it was impacting my relationships. And I had to self-reflect, especially like after I got out of my marriage. And even the relationship I was in before Cherry, I had a lot of growth to do. Like doing 3 Strikes podcast helped me to grow a lot as far as learning how to navigate dating and relationships. And without that podcast, without me and Jarvey having those conversations, like I wouldn't be the version I am right now to even be in a healthy relationship with Cherry. Like dead ass.
Sheesh.
Like this is so funny, but like I swear that I seen Cherry on Hinge like before I was in my last relationship, but I didn't like swipe on her. But then I swiped on her. I didn't hate you. It wasn't in alignment, and obviously for a good reason. Like, did you want to be my ex-girlfriend? Because that could have been our relationship.
Nah, it sounds like it was
not that I was
stressful.
Not that I was the only problem in the relationship, but I definitely had healing and growing that I needed to do. Like, so I did it. Like, I made those changes. If you want to be somebody else, if you want to be somebody different, it's all about your daily habits and your lifestyle and like being mindful and attentive of that. And if you're uncomfortable, if you don't like your life, you the one who got the power to change it.
Facts, B. I thought of something while you were talking, but I can't remember. It was like relevant to what you said in that moment. But change. Oh, the whole having growth and everything prior to the relationship. I think if I hadn't had that alone time prior to us, I definitely would have fallen into old habits.
In what ways? What habits did you...
I think having time to be alone and do what I want to do, be on my own time, do what I want with my money, like, it just allowed me to appreciate that freedom. And I think I didn't allow myself to be free prior to that. Like, and I would just go along with whatever and just not not make sure that I was being fulfilled.
Yeah. One thing that I really like about our relationship is that we hold each other accountable to prioritize ourselves first. This don't have nothing to do with change, but just like to olive branch off of like what you said. So like, if I feel like Cherry is giving too much to our relationship and not enough to herself, like, I'm gonna say something to her about it, you know what I mean, or vice versa. Like, it's like sometimes you do need to focus and prioritize on yourself so that you can even reflect on what it is that you want. A lot of times we in relationships, whether it's in a romantic relationship, even the relationship you have with your parents, the relationships you have with your friends, and we like use them as sounding boards of what we should do or how we should act or what we should want in life. And like, when I was younger, I made mistakes of like, first of all, I got married when I was 19. And then I thought like, okay, now I'm married, the first thing I need to do is have a baby. Because like, that's what I thought that you do. Like, that's what people did. That's what everybody around me was doing. Everybody that got married, they was like, okay, like now it's time to have some babies. But I didn't even give myself a chance to like just be me and just live and stuff. I just jumped into motherhood and like, that was mad irresponsible. I wish I would have just put myself first and thought about my needs. But I was young.
Young, wild, and free.
Ciao. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, we're so in alignment.
Always.
Do you feel like you're open to change?
I'm growing in it.
I feel like you've made a lot of changes since I met you.
I have.
I think I've influenced you. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think that I'm comfortable with the idea that something can change, but I'm not 100% comfortable with like not knowing what change is coming.
Well, I mean, that's just all in trusting yourself, like, because you can't know the future. I have this one video on my YouTube channel, and it's like, I can't remember what it's called, but like, there's only one question that's important that you need to ask yourself, and it's like, what questions? Don't ask who, where, why, or how, because like, none of that stuff is really in your control. The what is in your control. What can I do right now? What are my options? Like, you know, what do I want? But all that other stuff like literally doesn't matter. It's a distraction to your purpose. And if you just kind of like be present with yourself and focus on your needs, you'll kind of start to lean into the things that like your soul wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like starting to see that in all my friends, and I'm like so happy and excited for them. Like, being in your 30s is hella lit, because we finally start to really be with ourselves, outside of like who society is telling us to be. And like, it's so nice to just see all my friends like doing them, being them, like living their best life. So shout out to my friends. All my best friends. All 50, 11 of y'all.
Yeah. You got a squad.
I do.
A best friend squad. That's kind of lit.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. But not really.
Yeah, I don't think that you can handle all those relationships. That's not you. You know what I mean?
I think I'm too involved to have that many people to be that involved with. Like, yeah.
I mean, most of my best friends, they're been long-term relationships. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. 2 of my best friends I've known since middle school and then high school. That's like, my core best friends. And then there's like best friends that I met when I was in the Navy. You know what I mean? Which I have a few, because being in the Navy is like you eventually become family, because not only are y'all working together, y'all living together like for like 9 months at a time. Well, anyways, I got a lot of friends, and so that requires a lot from you. A lot of growth and personal change, because you're reflected in the people around you, and the more relationships that you have, the more communication issues you have, and the more you're like, is it me? Am I the drama? And it's like, absolutely yes, bitch, you're the drama.
Yeah. Well, speaking of drama, change can feel dramatic.
Yeah.
Mostly because you don't know what's happening. But I feel like the key to becoming more open to change and accepting of change is like changing the way that you perceive the unknown, like not knowing what's happening, what's coming in the future. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I did all that.
Because she's the drama. It's finally coming out. Finally, after all this podcast episodes, here she is. The real Cherry, ladies and gentlemen.
The drama. But yeah, just changing your perspective on the unknown. Because it doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Mm-hmm. Like, something amazing and fantastic can happen to you in 5 minutes and you don't know anything about it.
Yeah. That literally happens to me all the time. Like,
yeah. Like, you can wake up one day and you got $10,000 in your bank account and it came out of nowhere and you don't know why. And it's not fraud.
No scammers.
No scammers. Like, that kind of happened to me recently. Like, there were some other things going on, of course. But it was like, didn't see that coming.
God is really good, because sometimes blessings just fall into your lap. And I think I'm learning to perceive more things as blessings than I used to. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes it's just a blessing to me, like, to have a meaningful conversation with somebody. Sometimes it's a blessing for me to receive something, a physical value. But sometimes it's a blessing if somebody just gives me, like, a good word, like, to uplift me. So, blessings be coming down, my nigga.
Blessings on blessings on blessings.
Period. Don't get me started on Big Sean. That's my boy.
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all you got? Well, I think just my main takeaway from about a change and being uncomfortable and getting out of your comfort zone is really just choosing happiness and allowing yourself to be in a natural flow state. Like, flow state is really just the vibration that your heart naturally want to be in, that your soul want to be doing. And you know that because when you're having less anxiety and stress in life, then you're doing the things that's right for you. But when things feel difficult, it's because, you know what I'm saying, it's not in alignment for you. Like, that be the stuff that we need to let go. And when you're ready to let go, you can enter that flow state where everything is just ease. Like, we getting back into that point now, you know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden, it's just like everything is in alignment. Things feel easy. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. That everything happens in order, that's really been helping me a lot. Like, especially when something happens that I don't like, it's like, you know what? Everything happens in order.
Divine timing for sure.
Yeah.
You want to move into mental health matters?
Let's do it.
Well, this week for mental health matters, I really wanted to encourage you guys to give yourself more grace and to also have acceptance for where you are in your personal journey, wherever you may be at. Because you still did the work to get here, you know what I mean? And all of your accomplishments have value up until this point. So you should reward yourself every day by giving yourself grace, being kind to yourself, being gentle with yourself as you transition. And when you make mistakes, know that like nothing is truly perfect, but it can be perfect if that's the way that you're perceiving it. Like, this is perfect because this is exactly how it's supposed to be happening. Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
You smell so pretty.
Thank you.
Well, let's get into the breaks. I'm very excited to get into the segment this week. This is like the one I'm like, I couldn't wait to talk about music this week. Because music, I'm like back in my bag now. I've been making hella playlists. I've been listening to all my other playlists. I've been just shuffling my catalog. And like, I love to do like a good channel music message. Like, sometimes the music will just come to me, you know, that's like a message from God. And then also, like, sometimes if I shuffle my music, it's like, to me, that's the songs that Spirit wanted me to hear or whatever. So can we get into the music of the week first, and then we can talk about like the music that's coming out?
Yeah, let's do it.
So last night I got in my car, and the first song that came on was Get Well Soon by Ariana Grande. And I was like, bitch, what? But first of all, I have a second YouTube channel outside of Manifesting with Karmic Site Guy, and it's called Get Well Soon. And I did like a soft launch when we were still in Virginia, but honestly, we was in a big transition at that point, and it was the worst possible time to try and start a new channel because I definitely didn't have the energy to give to it. But I wanted to do so much, so it was like I was pushing myself to do all these different projects because I have a lot of goals that I want to complete. But my channel's called Get Well Soon, and so when I heard it, I was like, to me, Spirit was like, you know, it's time. Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, like, damn, that's crazy. But then that song, first of all, like, the message behind it is just that girl, like, she's basically promoting positive mental health awareness, and like, yeah, you just need to get better, like, and you need to check in with yourself. And like, sometimes life is crazy, sometimes you have anxiety and stuff, but like, you need to get better. Her dropped a new song called The Journey.
I've been avoiding that.
Now, it is a ballad, and I'm not gonna lie to you, when the sun starts shining and stuff, like, ballads is more to me like wintertime music. That's just me. But when the sun is out, I want to dance. I want to like you know, I just want to celebrate. And so the song was, you know, like, very...
Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember.
What is that?
Anastasia.
Oh no! I mean, it was a very it's an uplifting song or whatever, you know, because it's just talking about like your actual journey through life and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just a slow song, so. Yeah. But shout out to her for getting the message out, you know, because that's what matters. Out. Yeah.
So what is the song about?
I just said it's about your journey. Like, it's almost like her version of "The Climb" by Miley Cyrus. That's about how I could sum it up. But not that, because it ain't that vibe at all. But you know The Climb. You don't know The Climb?
No.
It's The Climb. You don't know The Climb by Miley Cyrus?
No. Is that an album cut or was that a single?
Both.
I don't know. I don't be over there.
First of all,
I don't be over there.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like, I grew up watching Hannah Montana. Like, that's my bitch. I know the Hannah Montana songs. Like, so when she turned into Miley Cyrus, I was immediately a fan. But The Climb is like, she saying like, you're almost to that breakthrough part of your journey. Like, and once you get to that part where you start feeling good, you realize that the value was not in the moment of getting to this destination. The value was those experiences that you had. It's a great song. So actually, shout out to Miley Cyrus just for that song, though.
Okay, yeah.
What do you have for the music of the week? What you listening to?
Well, Summer Walker dropped Clear 2. It's an EP. When she first mentioned that it was coming, I was very hesitant. Of course, I knew I was going to listen to it. I knew I was still going to enjoy my time there, but I didn't know where she was going with it. Because the first Clear sounds amazing, but I never went back. But it's just because it's a different vibe.
Yeah, I don't think that you're that Summer Walker fan. You're like Summer Walker with, who's her baby father again?
Is he the same father of the second child?
No, but come on, the producer.
I can't think of his name right now.
Is it? I mean, it's DJ somebody. But anyways, whatever that album was, Over It, okay? Whoever produced her album, that was also her man at the same time. I feel like that's your Summer. But that was her style of music of creating with him. This album, Clear 2, or like the EP or whatever, this is like the real Summer. This is the OG Summer, and I'm like 100,000% here for it. Like, I'm a OG Summer Walker fan because I like that emo, dark music. That's my vibe, you know? And I love the fact that she had like all the instrumentals and the live band. I feel like when she gets in her bag like this, she's her most vulnerable self. And I feel like this album reflected a lot of growth and her personal journey. It was, to me, so good. I love this album. I'm gonna keep listening to it. My favorite ones, whatever that one where she's like saying call Tyrone. I love that song. I agree, it gives heavy Erykah Badu vibes for sure. And then in Apple Music, there's like a little video clip at the end of the album or whatever, and her basically talking about it. And the last song is not a song, it's more like her just talking. It's called A Guy Used Revelation, and it is so good. Like, she just basically talking about her journey through her relationships and stuff, and like her connection with her spirit guides. She's super spiritual like me too, you know what I'm saying? She posted her altars and shit. Like, she's not ashamed of who she is, even though people be trying to, you know, like make it seem like we're devil worshippers because they don't know the history. But yeah, I love the album. I love it.
I don't dislike it. I think it sounds amazing. I like this one way better than the first Clear because it sounds different to me. Like, it's still in the same category, I guess, but it just sounds different. And I also enjoyed how the music is contrary to the title of the project.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not really about having a soft life. It's really about how hard it is to even get there.
Yeah, baby, that's so deep.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. I'll probably revisit this because I had a good time.
Love that for us, and we can listen together.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Cherry, we do like some of the same music for sure, but then in some ways we're like completely different.
Yeah. I think I'm
like, you definitely could get into like that techno, well, I don't even know what to call it, but whatever Azalea Banks and all that stuff is.
Yeah.
And I just, that right there make me want to cry all night.
It's a party.
But then I'll be like jamming a Paramore, like that's my shit, like yes, like period.
It's good stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I have my rock moments. For rock it's more like I have a week where I'm just blasting it in my car and wanting to scream, and then I get out and I'm smiling at everybody.
That's hilarious. So another album that we want to discuss that just dropped is Keke Palmer. She actually is dropping an album with a documentary. It's called Big Boss. I thoroughly enjoy Keke Palmer, not only as a person, but as an actor, as a singer. I listen to her music for real. I've been listening to it for years. Mm-hmm. And I see myself in Keke Palmer. Like, one, because we both Virgos. Like, the way that she got her hand in so many different bags. The way that she doesn't limit herself. And whatever she want to do, she do it at the capacity that she can in that moment. Mm-hmm. Like, if she wants to release an album, if she don't have, like, you know, the money to get all these different producers and stuff, she's still going to release that album with the people that she can work with, you know. Mm-hmm. Like, she doesn't let anything stop her. Or, like, how she decided she wanted to just start the podcast. She did that. Or, like, she does so much. Like, yeah. And this is just so cool. Like, just seeing her shine and do her thing. Like, I'm inspired. Yeah. And the album's good. Some of my favorite songs is... I feel like this is an album I could just, like, I'm already adding these to my little love playlist. Mm-hmm. Like Love Like This, I love that one. She got one song where she basically talking about how she tricking on her man, mm-hmm. and like she'll take care of her man. I love that because, like, I'm gonna take care of my baby, you know. Hey. And like, period, the album name speak for itself. Big Boss, like, period, big boss energy. Yeah. That's like one of my favorite Victoria Monet songs. And like every time I hear it, it's just like, big boss, big boss. Yes.
My favorite part is the end when it's fading out. She's Don't like, you know you're a big boss. Yeah.
Love that.
I love that part. I haven't listened to the album yet. I started watching the visual on YouTube, but something happened and I had to stop watching it. Mm-hmm. I was probably at work. But it looks good. It sounds good. I'm going to go back and finish it for sure.
Yeah. I just think she's so amazing, and I want her to have everything that she deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Period.
Did you watch that interview I sent you? It was her and Speedy, the guy from Complex.
It was just a clip, and she was talking about...
It was a whole interview.
Oh, no. I was thinking about that clip you sent me where she was talking about her net worth.
That was part of the interview.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the full interview, though. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. She's so funny. Like,
she's hilarious.
I literally feel like me and her is the same person. Like, for real. When I look at her, I'm like... Except I can't sing, but I'm working on it. I don't know. Last night I was like singing Jessie Reyez. You know who Jessie Reyez is?
I know the name.
I mean, I guess she a R&B singer. I don't know how to really say her music is, but I felt like her tone of voice was like on my level of singing. Like maybe I need to just find like where's my voice at. I would dead ass get a singing coach. Like don't play with me.
You should do it. I
For
think it'd be
real?
cool.
You think I should? Like I could?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna like actually really think about it. I got a lot of goals that I want to complete, and so it's so challenging now that I'm trying to figure out to have a balance and say like, okay, let's prioritize this one thing, and then I could slowly branch out into other things. But it's like I want to do so much, so I just want to like jump in and do it, you know. But then it's like distracting to the goals that I'm like already focused on. Like
take your time.
Yeah, it's so much though. Well, we could slide into Forest Bias. One thing that we really want to start doing with the podcast is like reaching into our local community. And so with that, we're going to begin highlighting like, you know, Black businesses in our area. So the first Black business that I want to highlight is actually my coworker's kids' business. So one of my coworkers, her name's Kanisha. First of all, she's like just such a light. She is so positive and just like the coolest chick. And her kids have a business. They sell like body butters and they make different like skincare products. And it's super cool to just see like her letting them shine and do what they want to do. But then their brand is all about uplifting and like building the self-esteem of kids. And so they do different events and stuff here in Normal. They go places like the last event they had at Tipton Park, and she was saying how they did mirror affirmations with the kids. And like, y'all know how I feel about that, like building up the youth. And just every day I celebrate my kids. Every day I tell them how much I love them, how beautiful they are, how smart they are, how cool they are. And like, they know that. And so every kid doesn't get that at home, unfortunately. So like I'm just one of those people that reach people, you know. So like when you can, you do. Their business is called Boss Girls AZ Plus Boys. We're gonna have them linked down in the description box, and of course, you know, they're gonna be on the reel this week. Y'all need to check out our content because like I'm not making this content for nothing. Can y'all get on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, like us, follow us, subscribe us, YouTube. Like we're literally everywhere. I don't know how you're listening to this episode right now. You could be streaming it, you could be watching it on YouTube. So support us though. For real, follow us and shit. Like give us some likes.
As brother Jeffrey Atkins once said, bitch, I ain't doing this shit for nothing.
And honestly, my graphic design skills are so good. Like I'm actually really been hyping myself up this week because
you're really good.
I really am. Like I really am.
Yeah. So y'all need a graphic designer, and you got the bag.
If you got the bag though, because right now I'm focusing on brand building, and so unless you're ready to cash out on me, I can't help you. I'm not doing little flyers and stuff no more. I'm like dead ass serious about real shit now.
Dead ass.
The second business I wanted to highlight is called Designs by Janelle. I actually met her at work this week too. When our future professionals graduate at my job, we can they set up like an arch or whatever, and so they can like take pictures with their family and celebrate. And so they usually bring somebody in to decorate the arch for them. And this particular student, she hired this brand, Designs by Janelle, and they came in and they gave her like this whole spooky theme. You know how I am about the spooky themes. It was so vibey to me. And first of all, Janelle and her husband was just so nice and so personable. They're located out in Peoria, but they are all in the like Tri-Cities area, so you can get them to come and do their events. And we'll tag them and stuff, so you can follow them on Instagram as well. Yeah. Ready for Reel It In? You want to talk about Reel It In?
So, I'm a visuals I appreciate a great film.
Yeah,
I do. It's It's my jam. It really gets me going. Mario in 3D. Amazing movie.
So good. Okay, first of all, we really late on this because we literally went to go see it the night that it came out.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know by now, we are a gamer family. Like, Cherry was already a gamer when I met her. She played like, well, y'all know we didn't have episodes talking about our game lives.
Yeah.
But like, also my ex-husband, he's like a real gamer too. He streams games and stuff on Twitch, and his girlfriend stream on Twitch and stuff. So my kids was raised like, Max had a Wii U. Max and Eva both got Nintendo Switch now. Like, we're a Mario family, okay? Like, we love Mario. We was so fucking excited when the movie came out. Like, we couldn't wait to go see it. We bought tickets. We went to go get like a little popcorn bucket that had, it looked like the question mark boxes like from the game. And the movie was so good. Like, I can't wait until it come out so we can watch it again and again.
Yeah. It was great. I will say they did not take advantage of the 3D aspect.
Yeah, the 3D could have been way better.
Yeah. It was kind of just regular. They didn't even need the 3D.
We definitely could have went to go see it regular. Like, I thought it was going to be like more interactive feeling just because it's like Mario.
Yeah.
But unfortunately it wasn't. I really liked how they did like Mario and Luigi's Mansion. Because I love Luigi's Mansion. That's such a fun game. And I also really like how they didn't make Princess Peach the damsel in distress. Like, Princess Peach is a bad bitch. She ain't never been a damsel in distress, okay?
Yeah.
And so they had her in a onesie. She was out here fighting and shit. Like, yeah, Princess Peach.
Yeah.
Love that.
It was good.
It was so good. Like, if you haven't seen it already, take your kids. If you ain't got no kids, go see it anyways.
Yeah. You're still going to enjoy it.
Facts. Little Mermaid is also dropping this week on the 26th.
Hey.
Obviously, we're gonna go see it because we need to support Halle Bailey. Also because, I mean, it's the Little Mermaid. Like, I'm really excited to see it. I'm really excited to hear the music. The soundtrack dropped this week, and I haven't listened to it because I want to see it and hear it at the same time. How do you feel about the movie? Are you like as pressed as me?
I'm kind of nervous. Just because I want it to be good. Like, I don't see how it cannot be, but like, I'm just nervous about it.
Yeah. I wanted Eva to be more excited about it, but to be honest, she's not like a princess girl. I be wanting her to be a princess girl though, but she's like kind of not. Like, she doesn't care about Disney princesses or none of that shit.
Yeah.
So what are you making time for this week?
I'm gonna make time for like meditation because I need a moment to just breathe and relax.
Yeah, definitely go back and watch my live. It was super good. I got a ton of good feedback on it, so I think it will help. Yeah. We should. I mean, I really should give you a Reiki session tomorrow, like, or maybe on your day off. Monday, the kids won't be here. That'll be good.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I should definitely give you Reiki. I've given you Reiki, but I've never given you like a full Reiki. Yeah, which is crazy. Like, this week I'm actually gonna make time for yoga. Shout out to my day one Shani. She's like been posting her yoga videos and it's really got me inspired. One of my goals is to do yoga teacher training, and I honestly have fell off so bad with yoga. And yoga is like a true practice. It's not only a spiritual practice, but it's a physical practice with your body and connecting with yourself. And it's a full-blown like meditation experience that takes practice and time and commitment. And if you don't do it, you definitely lose it. And so I used to be a yoga everyday girl, and I really want to get back into that. So that's what I'm making time for this week.
Yeah. Do that yoga, girl.
Yeah. Well, Without further ado, I've got time.